Hi, Melody here from Business Tech Ninjas, your technologist. Today, we're going to talk about different ways to accept payment. Uh, Payments are the lifeblood of any business. If you're not making money, you do not have a business. You have a very cool hobby. Today, we're going to be comparing out two different or three different ways to collect payments. The first is going to be on Keap. The second is using WooCommerce as well as with FunnelKit. And then the third is going to be using HighLevel. And I'm going to go kind of briefly through my experience with each one of these three tools, both internally for us at Business Tech Ninjas, and then also integrating these tools over the past 10 years, time and time again for different customers. I'm a big believer that I don't think that there's any one tool that is the right tool. With each one of these three, there are people that are very happy with them. I'm always of the mind of like, but what's the best tool for the job? And that's what we want to talk about today, like especially if you're looking at maybe re-platforming or choosing your tool for the first time, of like, what are those things to consider? It's not about finding the perfect tool, it's about understanding the trade-offs that you're making depending on the tool that you choose. So with that, let's get started. I am going to start. So this is HighLevel, but we're not going to start there. I'm going to start with Keap because that's where I grew up, shall we say. And Keap over the years has changed a little bit, but fundamentally, like I my goal right now is we have a retainer program, and on that retainer program, people pay us monthly to make sure that their tech works on an ongoing basis. Me and my team work strategically to just make sure everything's maintained. And I need to create a new subscription link because one of our clients needs to update their credit card. And this is a very common thing that should happen. Now, I do have a way of doing that within our WooCommerce system, but it's just like I haven't been really happy with the WooCommerce system for some time. And I'm like, okay, let's just move. I want something that's more stable. It doesn't cause me so much grief. It's like anytime somebody wants to update a credit card or do something, there's just no system or floor that's really supporting it. Like I have to think about it every time, which I don't love. We originally had started working on Keap, and Keap does subscription management in here. Okay. My challenge with it is like if the credit card expires and that subscription tries to go through, it doesn't see it as a failure. It just like keeps trying to charge it, which I think is dumb. And just like there's just some finickiness with it that over the years I haven't loved. If you want to send somebody a page just to check out, you have to create an order form. So you'd have to go in the back end here and go to order forms. You can use it through the shopping cart. I don't love using the shopping cart because it means that people have to add it to their cart, go check out, and then check out. So this is what an order form looks like within Keap. And you don't have a lot of you don't have a lot of options for what you can do here. Like you can add some HTML, like if you're a coder and make it look nicer, but as far as having a drag and drop builder, it's not the greatest thing in the entire world, I gotta admit. So we moved away from this a couple years ago and we were like, okay, what's better? WooCommerce. Obviously, WooCommerce is going to be better. And then with WooCommerce, the challenge is that again, you kind of run into the same issue that you see with Keap of it's very product based. So you have to create pages if you want like that one page checkout. I'm a big fan of the one page checkout. If I'm telling somebody, a client saying, hey, go here and buy your membership site execution plan, I don't want them to have to think too hard. I don't want them to have to add the cart, go to checkout, put in their credit card number. I want them to see the product, give me your credit card, and move on with their lives. And we move on into the sunset together. But it makes it hard when you go through these product checkouts. So what we did on WooCommerce is installed FunnelKit. And I'm a big fan of FunnelKit. I kind of see the other side of FunnelKit now. There's some finickiness with it, but overall, I'm quite pleased with it, and I really like their Canvas funnel builder. I'll probably do another video on that if you want to subscribe or put a comment if you'd be into that. It's very comparable out to ClickFunnels or Lead Pages, but without those monthly fees, which I'm a big fan of because I think everybody's tired of monthly fees at this point in time. So we moved over to to WooCommerce. Now, the other challenge with WooCommerce is subscription management, and it hasn't been as smooth as what I'd like. And part of me thinks, okay, like, hey, well, I just need to sit down for a couple hours and smooth this all out. But the longer I've been doing this and like really like delving into like what it means to be a technologist, I'm like, no, the tool should just be easier to use. Like, why is this so hard to set up and maintain? And that's why we're now making the switch over to go to HighLevel. So even with this, like this is a product, so I'd have to add this to my cart, go to checkout, and then go one more over. But if we look at FunnelKit, I'll see if I have a funnel on here. Let's check it out together. Little fun times. I do like how FunnelKit has funnel automations too. It kind of gives us a little bit more to work with. I don't know if I'm going to have the funnel for this setup because I was debating on, okay, do I stick with this or do I move to a new system? And you can see, so we have our momentum program here. So you can see all of the different levels, and then you have canvas mode. I really like canvas mode on this. I think it's really, really cool. And then they have the two different options for checkouts or whatever. But this does give me that one page checkout functionality that I really like. You don't want to have you don't want people to have to think is the thing. You want them confused people don't buy. That's what I always tell myself. Confused people don't buy. More options is not better. The amount of times I've had to have conversations with clients like, we're gonna have 8 different payment options. Like, you're gonna kill your sales. Please don't do that. Confused people don't buy. Trim it down to the ones that make the most sense. You're going to get people that are going to email you in because they want to email you anyways, but just be a bit clearer with that. So this is what this looks like on FunnelKit. And I like this checkout experience a lot more. I like it a lot more as far as what we can customize on this as well. Like this is, in my mind, a fairly basic checkout page, but we can customize a lot on it. The one side note caveat is I gotta mention Spiffy. Spiffy's a fantastic platform. The only reason I'm not using it for my purposes is because I want more flexibility in what I'm going to be doing. However, we are recommending Spiffy a lot to clients right now because of its ease of use and how many things they build into that just really makes sense. But side note, again, probably another video. If you're interested, please comment below and I'll be happy to chat about Spiffy. I'm a big fan. So what we're moving towards now is HighLevel. And I'm going to explain to you my reasoning because we've been through Keap. We've been through Keap, we've been through WooCommerce. WooCommerce subscriptions are a whole bag of poop that I don't even want to talk about right now. I'm a broken record. If you want a video on it, I'm open to it. I will tell you all of the things about WooCommerce subscriptions. But we're moving over to HighLevel. And some of the things I like about it is just the ease of use. And like one of the things I really like is these payment links. And that, so we do working blocks. And I love that when I go in here, I have a little bit of a gripe because we're based in Canada and like they default all my stuff to Canadian dollars, but we bill in US dollars, which is a bit of a pain in the butt, but I think for most of you, it probably won't matter. If I do a copy send, I can choose the contact record that I want to make this link for, and it will automatically fill all their information for them. I can send that payment link out really easily to them just right on the contact record. One of the things I love about HighLevel is just like we think about contact management with CRMs, like we use Keap a lot, we use ActiveCampaign, we use HubSpot, we use ConvertKit, we're on all of them. But HighLevel, like it allows me to go on the contact record and I can text them, WhatsApp them, or email them all in one spot and see that. And I can see the conversations all in one spot, which I think is just such a game changer for me. I don't have a lot of time. I'm not only running my business, but also managing dozens of other companies in their tech. And it's like I need things to work quickly and work well and I don't want things to break consistently. So I really like HubSpot, or sorry, I do like HubSpot, HighLevel for that. And it was just really easy to set up these pages. As far as the ease of use to like building this out, this probably took me about 5 minutes. I copied and pasted what I had on the other page and then moved it over here. With Keap and with WooCommerce, it just took a lot more effort. And then with this, I can build in a lot of integrations too. So this is where I'm at is working towards this of moving everything over to HighLevel at this point in time because of its integration with all the other aspects I can do on there. And ultimately what it's about is I want to deliver the best possible value and make my customers' lives really easy for them to make payments, update their credit cards, but also like I don't want to hate my life. I want running a business to be enjoyable. And, when things just don't work consistently, it's really hard for that to happen. But you do need a technologist to kind of figure these things out. Unless you're someone like me that likes to dig into the tech, which you probably are a technologist then, it does take a little bit of knowledge to know like, okay, which one of these tools is the best option? Because as I said at the beginning, It's not about finding the perfect tool. It's about knowing what trade-offs you're making when you're choosing that tool and going into it with as much knowledge as you possibly can. Anyways, thanks for hanging out. And I'm gonna finish building out my checkout pages now. Have a great rest of your day.